Hey guys and dolls, Kevin back with you here on Man Card Theater. Well, last week we were outside, it was 80 degrees. I was doing yard work, I didn't really have time to make a video, but guess what? It's this weekend and it's colder than a well digger's butt. So, what are we going to do? We're going to go shopping. I got my eye on something at Tractor Supply and it goes along with all of this. Welcome to Man Card Theater. All right, fellas. As you can see on the table behind me, I've amassed quite a few power tools that I've needed or I didn't need at the time, but they came as part of the bundle. And what we've got here is a Porter Cable 20-volt rechargeable system. And it all started because I needed a new drill and it was on sale at Lowe's and I got it pretty cheap. Well, it came time I needed an impact, so I bought an impact, quarter-inch impact at Lowe's, and it was pretty cheap. And then Porter Cable just kind of dried up. So any chance I've had over the past year or two, as I've found the tools that go along with this system, I just buy them up, whether I need it right that moment or not. If I were to go back and start all over, I probably would have gone with Ryobi. The reason I didn't immediately is because the closest Home Depot is like 35 miles from here, whereas I could go to Lowe's at the time and it was only a couple miles from the house. So I went with the Porter Cable and thought I had made a good decision. And when I look at it and when I've used it, I have no complaints. It works just fine. The only problem I've found is over the last couple of years, the availability has really dried up and there isn't a lot of tools. If I went with the Ryobi, there's like 250 tools that all use the same battery. Everybody goes with DeWalt, but you know what? DeWalt, it's good stuff, but for everything that I paid here, each item would have been $50 to $100 more per item. So I'm pleased with what I got so far, and much to my surprise, in the last couple months, new tools have started to arrive on this system at Tractor Supply. So let's take a look at what I've got so far. All right, fellas. So far, we've got 3 rapid chargers. 2 of them are name brand. 1 of them was an off-brand, but works all the same. And then I got a little portable charger that I could put in a bag and take it with me. I've got 2 drill drivers, as you can see back there. I've got 2 quarter-inch impacts to go along with it. I've got the jigsaw, a little wimpy flashlight, but although wimpy, I've used the heck out of it, hence you can see how dirty it is. We've got the Sawzall, and that will cut through anything from doing lumber work to trimming the bushes outside, so plenty pleased with that. I've got a 6.5-inch circular saw. I've got a 5.5-inch circular saw, and those are really handy. You don't drag a cord around, you can just zip through it, lickety-split. We've got the oscillating tool. I don't use that a whole lot, but when I do, I'm sure glad I have it. Got an orbital sander, and I've got angle grinder. Couldn't be more pleased with that. I've used the daylights out of that. And then as far as batteries so far, I've got 4 of the 1 amp hour batteries and then a 3 amp hour battery. And so as a whole, I've used this set of tools for a couple of years, and I've never been sorry that I have it. It hasn't let me down. I would say all in all, it's pretty good quality. Is it the best quality? Is it a Bosch or something like that? No, probably not. It's probably not Makita. but I have heard, and you can tell me if I'm right or wrong, but this stuff is made by the same folks that make the Craftsman and the DeWalt. So a lot of what you see in these goes into those more expensive brands. So you're asking yourself, what did Kevin need besides all of this stuff that he's already shown us? Well, new to Porter Cable through Tractor Supply is this little beauty. It is the brushless half-inch impact gun. And it's not the long, bulky one that they've had for several years. This is a more compact, the stubbier model. And what I was looking for is, I'm working on the Rambler. I'm working on the Gremlin. I'm changing oil. I'm working on brakes for the wife's car, stuff like that. And I'd like to have something that I could take the wheels on and off a hell of a lot faster than sitting there wrenching on it. So I keep an eye on what's new and all that at Tractor Supply, because it seems that they've become like the go-to place for Porter Cable. And this came out. They've got a grease gun now. They've got a 3/8 inch powered ratchet, and a few other things. And I thought to myself, go spend the money. It's regularly $199. I got it for $149. So let's open it up and see what came inside. Well, I saved you guys the trouble of sitting there watching me take stuff out of the plastic and unpack the box and all that. Maybe you like to watch that. Maybe you want to pretend it's Christmas. I don't particularly like to watch people do it. So we skipped over that part. And here is the contents of the box. So let's take a closer look. First off, we have a little carrying bag. Bag probably big enough that you could put all of the contents of this box in it, but not a whole lot of room beyond that. I've already got like 5 or 6 of these Porter Cable bags with some of the other stuff that I bought, but I guess it's handy to have them. I'm not really a traveling carpenter, or mechanic for that matter, so let's just skip right on by that. Battery, 4 amp hour battery. That's gonna make it the biggest one I've got so far. Currently I have 3, and then a mess of those ones. So this brings my battery total up to 6 batteries. We've got another rapid charger, so that brings my charger quantity up to 4. I think I'm going to take these and make a bank of them and hang them on the wall so I can have a centralized charging station. It'll be quite handy. And then we've got the tool itself. As you can see, we'll set it down there. It is not much bigger than some of the drills and the 1/4 inch. Let's grab the 1/4 inch over here and just kind of put it next to it. It is not a whole lot different in size, yet it's a hell of a lot more powerful. And this one is brushless, so it's not like that bulky one that they've had out the past several years. And I kind of like it. I mean, it's lightweight as far as those go, and it'll be easy to use. Now you're probably saying, well, with it being a little more compact, is it going to carry out what you hope it will? Well, we're going to find out real quick. We're going to give it a quick test. Okay guys, we've got the tool here. I put the 4 amp battery on there. Haven't even charged it. It only has the charge from the box. And a 3/4 inch deep well for the lug nuts, because with the volcano caps in the middle, I need something to really reach out. And we're gonna see how easily these lug nuts come off. So let's see, lefty loosey. Well, looky there. little tighter. All right. Son of a gun. And just like that, all 5 come off lickety split. So now we can do whatever we need to. Today I don't need to do anything, but you can see the tire comes right off, and we're good to go. Do brake work, whatever the case may be, but for today it's just for purposes of demonstration. So let me set these down, and we'll put this thing right back on. If I can find the damn lug nuts, or there we go. Now, for all you novices, do not act like the oil change tech at the Walmarts. They use the impact to start all of their screws, all of their nuts, all their bolts, and 99% of the time they strip it out. Seen it, had the oil drips on my driveway to prove it. So, for those of you that don't know better, take your lug nut and start it by hand. If it does not turn easily by hand, you don't want to put any force behind it, because all you're going to do is strip it out. So we'll get these started. There's a leaf. You fellas have the problem with when you open the door, leaves and grass and everything else in the neighborhood somehow finds its way inside your garage. Well, that's what I've been facing here lately. So we've got everything started by finger, and everything's turning freely. So we are, oh, that one, oh yeah, she's good. So we're gonna flip her back the other way. Like a glove. That thing is tight. For good measure, I'll probably go ahead and put a handbreaker bar on it just to make sure, but I don't think I've ever done it quicker or easier. And I know for many of you, you're saying, geez, wake up. Haven't you been in the 80s, 90s, 2000s? You know, yeah, I have been, but I had a pneumatic one, and I'll be damned if I want to start up the air compressor, drag a hose, blah, 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 to take off one tire. Yes, it would be quicker when I had the tool in my hand, but it takes more time to drag all that stuff out, get your air up to pressure, so on and so forth. Now I don't have to worry about it. If I keep a battery on hand, you know, all charged up, you saw how long it took, lickety split. So I'm gonna give this a thumbs up. Is it the best one you can buy on the market? Nope, probably not. Is it affordable? I would say so, with a battery, charger, bag, and everything for $149 at the Tractor Supply. I would get it. I would suggest it. For me, good price, goes with all my other tools. I'm very pleased with it. So, you know, choose what you want to, and of course, if you've already got a Mesa Ryobi or Craftsman or DeWalt or whatever, go ahead and get something that works for your brand. If you are starting fresh, this is a good little tool there. So I hope this helps make your decision a little better. Well, there you have it. That's my 2 cents $149.99, I believe, is the sale price at Tractor Supply. I highly recommend it for those of you that don't have a pre-existing battery family. For those of you that just want to, hey, maybe you rotate your own tires, maybe you do your own brake work, maybe you just have that honey-do list that would work out that you needed an impact. So, I would highly recommend it. I believe regular price is $199, but this sale has been going on for quite a while, so I would imagine you could get it for that price for quite a while. If you don't agree with anything I say, make sure you leave me a message down below. Just thumb yourself a little comment down there. Comments are always welcome. I'm not all knowing, for God's sakes, no. There is a lot of stuff I don't know, but this is working for me, so I think it can work for you. If you like what you saw here today, hit the like button. If you want to see more about the Gremlin or the Rambler or any other projects I have going on around here, hit the subscribe and tell your friends. Share it with everyone. I love to hear from people. I love to have subscribers. And when it does finally warm up again, I got a bunch of stuff I want to do outdoors, and I want to take you along with it. So until next time, I'm Kevin. Make sure you keep your man card punched.